Hello, Owl Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents, a review of the latest adaptation of Dune, soon to be in theaters. I had a chance to watch the movie, wanted to share my thoughts on it, and even though the book has been out for decades, I am going to give a spoiler warning. So, you have been warned. There are spoilers ahead. Dune, of course, is the story of Paul Atreides, the planet Arrakis, and the most important substance in the galaxy, the spice melange. Based on Frank Herbert's iconic science fiction novel, Denis Villeneuve's Dune is an epic vision and very respectful of the source material. The ensemble cast is well suited for their roles, but there are several standouts. The casting of Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides is near perfect. Previous adaptations have cast older actors in the role, but Chalamet, though still in his mid-20s, appears age-appropriate and brings believability to the role. Beginning as the unsure youth, Chalamet's portrayal shows Paul's emotional growth out of conflict and hints at his evolution into the powerful leader Muad'Dib. Stellan Skarsgård is excellent and disappears into the role of the despicable Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. Charismatic and strong Javier Bardem makes an impressive Stilgar, the leader of the Fremen. Zendaya has limited screen time as Chani, but she has a quiet grace and an aura of strength that becomes the character well. The filmmakers have done a remarkable job bringing Frank Herbert's universe to life with first-rate visual and sound effects. Shai Hulud, the giant sandworms, are awe-inspiring, and the design of the ornithopters is inspired by dragonflies, and they appear to be very much in accordance to the book. The music of Hans Zimmer is less a score than it is an immersive soundscape, very befitting of the film's feel. There are several departures from the novel. Purists may dislike the gender swapping of Dr. Liette Kynes, portrayed by Sharon Duncan Brewster, but this is ultimately inconsequential to the overall plot. Fade Raeltha, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen's other nephew, is conspicuous by his absence. Though if the story is concluded in a second film, he most certainly will be introduced. While Dune is a wonderful production, it suffers from being more of an extended prologue and exposition for what will hopefully come in the sequel. The film concludes at the point where Paul and his mother Jessica, played by Rebecca Ferguson, join the Fremen and Paul kills Jameis in a duel. That's where it ends. Those familiar with the story know what I mean. Pacing is another issue worth mentioning, as the film drags in places and in others feels like time stands still. What some may experience as an epic sweep may feel like an epic sleep. My final verdict: Dune is a visual triumph with an impressive cast, but those unfamiliar with the novel may find the film a bit plodding and dull. 3.5 out of 5 is my rating. I'm trying a star system, so we'll see how that works for me. So, giving Dune 3.5 out of 5. That's not bad at all. Overall, I like this movie. I thought it was beautifully done. It looks fantastic. The cast, I think, all deserve praise for embodying these beloved characters. Oscar Isaac, of course. I mentioned Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, even Jason Momoa, who I've mentioned before. I have other opinions of, but they all, I think, did a very good job in this film. I would also have to give credit to Denis Villeneuve, the director and the creative force behind this film. He seems to really have respect for the novel and respect for the fans, which I think might um, be an issue today with a lot of creators out there. But ultimately, it's not a perfect movie. There are lots of times where this film just it drags, and you feel kind of like, let's get to it. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. You want to see that evolution of Paul into Muad'Dib. It ends just as Jessica and Paul meet the Fremen. And so we're going to have to wait to see Paul's full evolution into Muad'Dib in what will hopefully be the next film. What I've heard is that it's not 100% that they're going to finish this movie, which to me sounds stupid. I would have thought that they would have just filmed the whole thing or like done the first part of it and kept going while editors and the special effects people did their thing. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what I've heard. But as far as for this film, everything seems to flow well. Story wise, just seems to take a lot longer than it should have. I just couldn't get over the fact that I just felt like I was seeing the first chapter of a 10 chapter book as opposed to half of a book. So I know there's so much more to come, so much more action and drama and intrigue and things like that that are going to hopefully be shown in the next movie. That I'm kind of the disappointment I think is coming from the fact that we're going to have to wait and see. So maybe 3.5 out of 5, maybe is a little lower than I should have gone, but I stand by it. It's not a perfect film, but I hope you like this review. If you haven't already subscribed to Big Al Presents, I really hope you do so. If you like this video, hope you give it a thumbs up, and I hope you share it around to anybody you think might get something from it. Of course, we'll be doing more reviews, rewatches, and rambles in the weeks and months to come. But I always wish at the end of the day that whatever you do decide to watch, eventually, if it's Dune or not, I'm just hoping you enjoy what you guys are watching for entertainment out there. So until next time, I hope everyone just take care.